Hey, what's up guys? I'm getting a lot of questions on recoil management with the pistol. It's kind of hard to put it into text, so I figured I would just go ahead and make a video on it. First things first, whether you're a righty or a lefty, I'm a righty, so my right hand grips the pistol out of the holster. Right hand comes as high as humanly possible on this gun, right? As you can see, it's pretty high there. And I'm not just gripping it straight like this, I'm pushing into the top, right? So I'm taking this hand and kind of milking it, so to speak, pushing into the top of the gun. I'm not just gripping it. So here you can see the difference. Here's just pulling straight back, kind of like that, like you would grab a hammer, right? So here's pulling straight back, right? And then here's pushing up forward. You can see a little bit of a difference there. It's not a huge difference. It is a difference, and I'll take all the leverage I can get on this thing. Support hand. On the draw, my support hand comes across my belt line and catches the trigger guard right about here. I'll show you where on my finger because there's actually a callus there from it. Right about here is where this finger comes underneath the trigger guard and then starts rolling and pushing into the grip on the way out of the draw. That's super important because when I'm at full extension, I want my grip to be very, very tight so I can get fast follow-up shots, right? Super tight with your support hand. Not so much with your shooting hand, because you need to be able to do this. You need the dexterity to run the trigger. So I squeeze harder with my support hand. When you guys start doing that, you'll see a fairly big difference in how high this front sight lifts as you're shooting this thing. Shoulders and elbows. I think these are a pretty big deal when it comes to shooting this pistol. If I push straight out, notice what happens to this joint right here, right? This is not a straight line, and then what I see what happens when shooters do this is this happens, and then the gun bounces on the way back down. Can you manage recoil like that? Yeah, maybe. But what I've found for me personally is it's not as consistent as keeping my elbows bent. Now you can see a straight line coming into that, making it a little bit easier for me to not only push into the top of this thing, but allow recoil to dissipate into my elbows and into my shoulders. Another thing that allows you to do is keep your head up nice and high while you're shooting. You're not having to duck your head down and look out of the top of your ocular cavity. One other thing that elbows down does, what you'll notice if you go elbows straight, you'll have a big gap under here. To me, that's a big deal because any kind of gap on this frame is less friction that you're gonna have on this gun. So the more hand I can get on this frame, the better it's gonna be when it comes to recoil management. So you'll see that as soon as you drop your elbows, that gap closes, right? So it's more hand on the gun. Also, as soon as I drop my elbows, I can feel my chest, shoulders, and back engage, and these are pretty big muscles and pretty easy to use when it comes to gripping this little pistol. So let me go ahead and show you guys a live demo here. So watch what happens when I just push straight out and this joint right here has this angle to it. Watch. Okay, front sight's pretty much over the top of the berm. Okay, I'll do it again. Over top of the berm. Now, when I grip super hard with my left hand, my support hand, elbows down, and squeeze with my chest, back, and shoulders, and squeeze hard with my support hand again. Now watch. Okay, front sight just went up to the top of the A box. Okay, check this out. Even if I give up leverage on the gun, but still keep my elbows down and my shoulders nice and relaxed and squeeze the gun, watch. Still stays relatively flat because my elbows are bent. I'm giving recoil a place to go, and I'm still being able to push into the top of the gun. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this. You might not like it. That's cool too. Go out and try some different style grips that you guys have seen. The most important thing is that you pick one and actually go out and train with it. Oh, And lastly, for any of you guys wondering, this is a stock CZ SP01 Phantom. So absolutely nothing done to this thing, completely stock. All I've done is basically painted the front sight pink so I can see it. That's it. Totally stock gun, shooting Wolf 9mm.